So, Angela here, who worked in law for 17 years, says I am 100% incorrect about the tips on the no tax on tips legislation, the cash tips also applying to credit card and debit cards and things of that nature. She says I'm 100% wrong because it's not clearly defined in the legislation. I am not sure how much clearly defined it needs to be, especially for someone who worked in law for 17 years. But right here, pursuant to section 6053A, this is IRS code, right? So let's look at US code 6053 and see what that says. It says tips which are wages as defined in section 3121A. Okay, so that means we need to go look at 3121A. Here is section 3121. And here is section 3121A. And this is really small, so I zoomed in on it for you. Cash tips include tips received from customers. That includes credit and debit card charges. Yes. And from other employees under any tip sharing. Now, Angela, I will admit I haven't worked in law for 17 years, but I'm just an old oil and gas guy. But had you bothered to read the legislation I read, instead of just commenting on my video and saying I'm wrong, oh, you and the other people in the comment section who also worked in law, had you bothered to read the legislation, then you would know I was in fact not wrong. Because the thing you claim isn't there is right there. You would know that had you read the legislation like I did. And if this seems a bit snippy, it's because I put forth quite a bit of effort to be right about this stuff and not be wrong. I don't just willy-nilly make content, just because. I read stuff and I research stuff. But everything you are saying is not there is in fact there. Now, if there is some other reason that I'm wrong that I don't know about, please let me know. But you said the reason I was wrong was because the IRS code wasn't defined in the legislation. And for the sixth time, it's right there. In addition, from everything I have researched and read, cash tips has always, in every case ever, always meant cash, credit, debit, tip sharing. It has meant that in every case that has ever happened in the entirety of tip cases. Why people would think suddenly for this one piece of legislation they're going to carve it out and cut it up and make it different is beyond me. These are the things that you find when you go look for the facts in search of an answer instead of letting your politics take you to an answer and then going to try to find facts to come to that conclusion later. You understand? I don't have a political motivation here. And sure enough, the person who has zero experience in law got it right. And maybe it's possible that the person with 17 years in law, who does seem to have a political motivation here, didn't. I feel like the political motivation may be the problem. Thanks.